Chuck Norris passed away at the age of 86, meaning somewhere in heaven, Bruce Lee just got kicked in the face. Kim Jong-un let his 13-year-old daughter drive a tank in her latest public appearance, striking fear into military experts who said nothing is more dangerous than an Asian girl driving. Iran's new supreme leader released a statement saying every drop of blood has its price, which caused one woman to immediately buy stock in blood. Buy low. Due to their economic and energy crisis, 11 million people in Cuba are experiencing a giant blackout, or as one woman calls it, happy hour. Mayor Zohran Mamdani's wife deactivated her old X account after posts resurfaced of her using the N-word. We pause now so one man can also quickly delete his account.
Stop. Stop. It's because I'm white. Really white.
Yeah. The University of Mississippi is hosting a panel on how the news media can regain trust, featuring speaker Brian Stelter. This will be followed by a seminar titled How to Make Men Horny by Rosie O'Donnell. Yesterday, during a meeting with the Japanese Prime Minister, Trump said he was very impressed with how well she understands English. After hearing this, one man texted Trump and asked if she knows the term for happy ending. Vogue magazine is suing a dog fashion magazine called Dogue for copyright infringement. What a bunch of stupid bitches. Today's the first day of spring. True, I just saw a squirrel putting sunblock on his nuts. Glad we blurred that. A disaster was narrowly averted at Newark Airport when an Alaska Airlines flight narrowly missed hitting a FedEx cargo plane. The crash could have killed hundreds and delayed this man's shipment of panda steaks. That's what he eats. The UFC has officially set a card for its White House lawn fight. The opening matchup will be between Conor McGregor and the Bachelorette. Because she hit somebody. In a recent interview, Whoopi Goldberg said her sex life is mostly hit and runs. Here's how it works. She hits a man with a car and then has sex with them before they can run away. MS Now is reducing Morning Joe from 4 hours to 3. Which means Mika has an extra hour to fake a headache. The British House of Lords is set to ban stepmom porn in the UK. But what about stepdads, asks one man. Oh, it's funny. A poll revealed that when it comes to women picking female friends, the top qualities they value are grit, humor, and intelligence. In other words, they want to be the hot one. That joke is awesome, and I don't care if you don't like it. A man in Thailand was arrested for trespassing after entering a zoo's hippo den and taking photos. I believe we actually have a photo. Oh, that was a mistake. And finally, police say $250,000 worth of handheld interactive stroker sex toys were stolen from a freight train. Police are on the lookout for a single man acting alone. All right. Tonight on We Don't Deserve Him, he made a wisecrack about a sneak attack. President Trump met with the Japanese Prime Minister at the White House this week, where he was asked about his decision not to give Japan a heads up before the attack in Iran. Roll it, Godzilla.
Why didn't you tell U.S. allies in Europe and Asia, like Japan, about the war before attacking Iran? So we are very confused about we Japanese citizens.
Well, one thing, you don't want to signal too much. You know, when we go in, we went in very hard, and we didn't tell anybody about it because we wanted Surprise. Who knows better about surprise than Japan? Okay? Why didn't you tell me about Pearl Harbor? Okay? Right? You know, he's asking me, no, you believe in surprise, I think much more so than us.
All right, that joke could be in the Trump Hall of Fame. But let's check out the Prime Minister's face when he said that. What was she thinking? I mean, sure, it's kind of shocking, but it's still better when Biden asks, how long have you been working at Benihana? It went from mechanical to tyrannical. Our video of the day comes from a restaurant in Cupertino, California. They have them there, where a robot performing for customers began to malfunction. Roll it, Robbie. On the bright side, it's nice to see Mike Pence working again. Gen Z's green days off. Joe, Gen Zers are skipping work for midweek green days to reconnect with nature through hiking, forest bathing, and other outdoor activities to support their mental health. Does it make it easier for you, a peeper, to secretly watch young people bathe? Good evening, everyone. So over the weekend, Ilhan Omar's daughter went to Cuba to show solidarity with the communist leadership. That's a switch. Usually when her family goes to Cuba, it's Guantanamo Bay. It turns out that Democratic Congresswoman AOC spent $19,000 in campaign funds last year on a psychiatrist who specializes in ketamine therapy. It wasn't for AOC, though. It was for the therapist after spending 2 hours listening to her. Yeah. To reduce crowded TSA lines, President Trump is deploying ICE agents to the nation's airports. And to show you there's no hard feelings with ICE, one man has offered to help with the cavity searches. Practice on me, he said. Transportation Secretary Sean Duffy warned, however, airport wait times are going to get much worse, and warning Spirit customers to plan ahead by bringing extra meth. Over the weekend, William Shatner turned 95 years old. I know, good for him, huh? In his honor, the International Space Station circled the Earth with its turn signal on. A mailman has been charged with assault and endangering the welfare of a child after being caught on video attacking a 4-year-old. I know, typical mailman. He was supposed to assault the 4-year-old 6 weeks ago. That's not even the bad one. Over the weekend, former FBI Director Robert Mueller passed away at 81. His last words were, "What are you doing here, Hillary?" Oh, thank you. After the death of Mr. Mueller, President Trump posted, quote, "Good, I'm glad he's dead." It's part of a new line of Trump sympathy cards. Awful. Awful. Finally, a woman claims a near-death experience left her with paranormal powers that can predict when people are going to die. "Have her call me," said one woman. I don't get it. I don't get it. All right. Good evening, everyone. So Monday on The View, co-host Anna Navarro predicted that people are going to celebrate when President Donald Trump dies. It's any excuse for her to eat cake. On X, Gavin Newsom compared himself to the notorious character from American Psycho, Patrick Bateman, the serial killer. People thought it was in poor taste, since Patrick Bateman only killed fictional people. Delta is suspending its congressional desk service, which allows Capitol Hill lawmakers to skip checkpoints at airports, at least until Congress finally funds the DHS. Which means for now, Maxine Waters will have to put her emotional support wig in a pet carrier. Yeah. Morning Joe's Joe Scarborough claimed on Tuesday that the SAVE Act would prevent his wife Mika from voting because she does not know where her birth certificate is. What's worse, the asylum she was born in burned down. What do you do then? A professional cornhole player with no arms or legs has been accused of murder. And I know what you're thinking. What will he place on the Bible when they swear him in to testify? That's what, you weren't thinking that? God, sometimes I think I know what you're thinking. I probably shouldn't say that out loud anymore. A Love Story producer says the show struggled to cast JFK Jr. due to a lack of old school masculinity. Also, because I was busy. A trans golfer is suing the LPGA for the right to compete against women. I don't know. I mean, frankly, it's hard to care because I don't watch golf. You know, if I want to see a 5-iron, I'd ask Taylor Swift to press my shirts. Thank you. And finally, after two seasons of constant criticism for being woke, Star Trek Starfleet Academy has been canceled. I know. It means we never got to hear the gay character say, "Ream me up, Scotty." Terrible that you would laugh at that. Stop punching down. Another mayor rambles with a budget in shambles. Our video of the day comes from the Democrat mayor of Albany, New York, who recently held a press conference to address the city's budget crisis. Thankfully, her concise analysis clearly explained what they're going to do to fix it. Just kidding. Bunch of nonsense.
Mayor, looking long term, what structural changes need to happen to prevent Albany from facing similar financial issues again?
That's a great question, and that's why we're pulling together that team, that interdepartmental team that will really go under the hood, open up the cabinets, really get into the weeds on our budget, the process, some of our systems. Yeah. You know, it is government. There's a lot of bureaucracy, a lot of systems, and sometimes those systems do not work. And so you have to get under the hood to first understand what's not working. And so that team in short order will start the process of examining all of those things to then in turn provide me with recommendations on how we improve those systems to prevent something like this from happening.
I'm worried. I mean, in the weeds, in the cabinet, under the hood. Is all of her stuff on the front lawn? Why, thank you for your... Thank you. Too dumb to walk this earth. They can't find proof of their birth. The brain trust that is Morning Joe discussed the SAVE Act and revealed how stupid they really are when it comes to obtaining their birth certificates. Under the proposal, proof of citizenship would be required to register to vote, and one such form is a birth certificate. Roll it, Bertha.
Let me ask you a question. Could you find your birth certificate?
No, I couldn't.
Could you find your birth
ridiculous.
certificate?
And it's required. This is, Trump said it. He said, this is the way I win. He knows he's getting killed.
It's
on
to
costs,
bag an election.
It's to cheat and steal the election in a different way than he did in 2021.
Millions of Americans update their IDs or request new copies of them every year. So I guess they're all smarter than these dumb. But if Joe's looking for important documents, he should check the drawer where Mika keeps his balls. Yeah. You know, I want to play you a clip, Kat, of Joe talking about his lovely white wife, Mika. Did you know she's white? Yeah.
Not only does Mika not know where her original birth certificate is, which under the SAVE Act would get her kicked off the voters' rolls, and then she'd have to come back and re-register, and she would find out on election day that she could not vote. And by the way, don't be skeptical. Seriously, she had no idea where she was born. She still doesn't really know.
Okay, but that's not the story. This
Did your mom know? Sorry.
Yeah.
She never really knew.
Yeah.
It was the 60s.
New FEMA boss once teleported.
Teleporting is no fun. It's no fun because you don't really know what you're doing, and you know it's happening, but you can't do anything about it. I was with my boys one time, and I was telling I was going to go to Waffle House and get Waffle House. And I end up at a Waffle House like 50 miles away from where I was. They said, "Where are you?" I said, "A Waffle House." They said, "Waffle House where?" And I said, "Waffle House in Rome, Georgia." I said, "That's not possible. You just left here like a moment ago." But it was possible. It was real.
Cornhole star accused of murder. Jamie Dayton James Weber, a quadruple amputee professional cornhole player. Yes, that quadruple amputee professional cornhole player from Maryland has been charged with murder, allegedly shooting and killing a guy during an argument in a car, and then he dumped the body on the side of the road. My question to you, is it time to take cornhole seriously?
You're not going to believe this, but I had this shirt made a year ago. This is a little tough story to comment. I think it's safe to say if that guy's an expert at your sport, maybe your sport's not that difficult.
Good evening, everyone. So President Trump has offered Iran a number of demands to end the 4-week-long war. And first on the list, to sound less bitchy when they chant death to America. A candidate for a Sonoma County seat falsely claimed she was 38 years old when she was actually 44 to discourage stalkers, which makes no sense since once they found out she was 44, they lost interest. I mean, come on. Democrats flocked to San Francisco to celebrate the birthday of Willie Brown. Willie blew out the candles while Kamala blew out her knees. Oh, come on! The other jokes were better! The other jokes were better! Sources say female Iranian spies have infiltrated Silicon Valley, but thankfully they failed their mission because no one wanted to sleep with Eric Swalwell. United Airlines will soon allow customers to buy a whole row of seats that can turn into a bed. Not to be outdone, Spirit announced you could buy a whole row for your big fat ass. It's true. It's true. They're really big. Bruce Springsteen and Jane Fonda plan on attending a No Kings rally in Minnesota this weekend. I know. One is like an aging chick who had too much work done, and the other one's an actress. Yeah, he looks like a Hall of Fame female soccer player. A Brazilian influencer is alleged to have faked her own kidnapping to gain more followers. Wow, I thought I was the only one to get a Brazilian to attract more fans. Video has gone viral of 7 dogs allegedly escaping a Chinese dog meat factory. You hate to see that. A small business owner losing product. Finally, a circus performer broke the Guinness World Record for pulling a 2,000-pound object with his nipples. His nipples are healing nicely, and the object returned in time for work. Oh, thank you very much. So today was opening day, where millions watched boring people get overpaid for hours of tedious work. Then they changed the channel from Fox and Friends to watch baseball.
It's just 3 hours.
That's a long time, 3 hours. Iran's foreign minister has said that his country will decide how to end the conflict, not the U.S. We reached out for an additional comment, but he was already dead. Hillary Clinton will visit New Hampshire next month for an event, and no one's more excited than the state's local rope salesman. By the way, New Hampshire's state motto is live free or die, which explains why she murdered Jeffrey Epstein in prison.
Crime solved.
That's a joke, lawyers. According to a new report, California's DUI tests actually passed people who were drunk. Don't I know it, said one woman. Pope Leo recently hosted a group of highly trained exorcists at the Vatican, prompting one man to ask for help with a demon he's currently dealing with. But it's true, exorcists are in demand as Satanism is on the rise. And much like Jesus, the exorcists were planning to cast the demons into a herd of pigs, but they missed their flights. Long way for a view joke. David Simon, the largest shopping mall owner in the country, has passed away at 64. I know. Per his request, his ashes will be sprinkled over an Auntie Anne's pretzel. So good. Aren't they? Aren't they good?
Not anymore.
An American Airlines flight out of Charlotte made an emergency landing in Newark. Passengers reportedly screamed in terror when they found out they were in Newark. And finally, Melania Trump welcomed a humanoid robot to the White House that was built to help with laundry and cleaning. Does it kneel? Asked one man. Real slow there, guys. All right. Thank you. Instead of running a grift, she could have called a lift. Our video of the day comes from a Michigan courtroom Zoom call, perhaps the greatest Michigan Zoom call ever, where a defendant joined the hearing while driving and apparently thought nobody would notice. Watch.
You cannot be driving, ma'am. What are you doing? Come on.
I'm not driving. I'm a passenger in a car.
You're still not. I'm not hearing cases with people driving or as passengers in cars.
Okay, I will pull over right now.
Short of us coming out to everybody's house and doing these on boats and stuff in the summer, I don't know.
I'm sorry, I have an emergency. I'm going out of town for a family member, but I will have my driver pull over. Hang on 1 second. I'm sorry. I didn't know that I wasn't allowed to be in a car, but hang on 1 second.
Am I crazy, or does it not look like you're driving that car?
I'm not driving the car. I'm a passenger in the car, sir.
Such a liar.
What side of the car are you on?
I'm on the left-hand side.
How would you be on the left-hand side if you're a passenger in the front seat? Am I missing something?
At least say you're in England. Just say you're in England, lady. That might have bought you some time. But instead, she keeps doubling down. More, please.
Right-hand side. I'm sorry. I've been sitting in a room. I didn't know.
What does that mean?
Yeah, the seatbelt's coming off of the driver's side. Right? Now you're lying to me, right?
No, I'm not, sir.
Let me see the driver. Let me see the driver.
Hang on 1 second.
Now.
I have to ask their permission.
Now.
Oh my God.
Oh, you're not in the you weren't in the driver's side. You think I'm that stupid?
An ICE agent saved the life of an unresponsive baby in a TSA line at JFK Airport. Yeah. While the agent was lauded as a hero, Democrats called him a Nazi for using the Heimlich maneuver. An indicted House Democrat could be expelled from Congress. She allegedly stole millions in COVID funds, and everyone knows that money was earmarked for Somalian thieves. A Secret Service agent guarding Jill Biden shot himself in the leg at the Philly airport on Friday. When he screamed, "Is there a doctor in the house?" Jill said yes and quickly started reading him a children's book. Nice. Nice. A New York City lawmaker is proposing a bill that would force the Big Apple to go dark after 11 p.m. Citizens worry this could cause an uptick in crime, while one man worries it'll be that much harder to pick out a hooker. The Olympics are now testing to verify the biological sex of all female competitors. Yeah. The proof will be based on whether they refuse to order French fries and then eat half of yours. Chicks. Am I right? Officials in Los Angeles have discovered a group of people who've been living inside a manhole for over a year. And worse, the man didn't even notice.
Of course.
There's a new dating app where you can buy someone a drink, and it has over 20,000 people on its waiting list to get the free drink. Some of the people on the waiting list include Kamala Harrisburg, Kamala Harristein, Kamala O'Harris, and I swear I'm not Kamala Harris. Good joke. Meta and YouTube were found liable for a woman's crippling social media addiction in a $3 million trial. And apparently she was just looking at one photo. Should come with a warning label. TSA workers have reportedly resorted to selling blood while they go unpaid during the partial shutdown. The good news is all the extra blood selling has slashed the price of delicious blood. I knew that wasn't going to land, but I didn't care. A person was arrested for urinating on furniture and appliance in an Airbnb, causing thousands of dollars in damages. She was immediately hired as a Joe Biden impersonator. Police in Missouri are investigating why fentanyl was found in the packaging of Barbies. Surprise detectives say this is the type of behavior we expect from illegal alien Ken. Bill Maher is getting the Mark Twain Award for humor. Big deal. I'm getting the Shania Twain Award for being most likely to bang Shania Twain.
What?
Finally, a 40-foot dead whale washed up on a New York beach. Don't worry, though. The whale's next of kin has already been notified. Evil bosses make great workers, Joe. You know this is a fact working here. There's a compilation of several pandemic-era studies showing that negative emotions like fear and frustration sometimes actually make workers more productive, not less. So in a way, that means that really mean bosses make a positive impact on your life. Would you agree? Tonight in Romance Corner, a new free app called Dion allows shy singles to send strangers at bars drinks in New York City without ever talking to them. It's so popular, there's already a 20,000 person waiting list.